Welcome to the Hypersonic mod for Sonic P-06. In order to transform into Hypersonic, oh, I have the jiggle bones off, so my quills are going to be really straight. But in order to turn into Hypersonic, you, one, need the rainbow gem. Two, you need to press D-pad, whoopsie daisy. You need to press D-pad up, and then press the transform button again. All the gems are going to swirl around Sonic, and he's going to enter his hyper form. In order to download this mod, all you gotta do is go to the Game Banana page. It's created by Avalon, and you download it, and it is an assembly mod, but Avalon was very gracious in setting it up where literally all you need to do is take the file, like the folders in the zip file, and drag and drop them into P-06, and it's gonna work just fine. I always recommend not using your only instance of P-06 when installing a mod. Always make another copy so that you can mess around with it and don't lose your saves and stuff like that. So please do that before you install it. But yeah, thanks to Avalon for doing this. I've already played through with this mod a little bit. We're gonna play through Wave Ocean and Kingdom Valley. I have the cheat engine set up to give me 999 rings because Hypersonic loses 2 rings a second, and for the sake of the showcase, I don't want to deal with that balancing. Now, the key features of Hypersonic, because obviously we already have Supersonic in the game who is invincible and such, and the key feature to using Hypersonic is not only does the light arrow attack at level 3 go, I believe, double the length, but you also have the ability to use all of the gems at once. And I thought the first time I did this that it was a little bit, I don't want to say like silly, but just like sort of clunky because it uses like a bunch of different keybinds. And while I think that's still sort of the case, that like you have to remember, like I literally have the thing pulled up to use the keybinds because you use like left bumper for the purple gem, you use right bumper for the blue gem, for the white gem you have to hold left and right bumper together. Green gem is left trigger and all that. And because of that, you can't really use other mods with this mod because it uses literally every button that's available. Like you even use L3 to click the stick in and fire it for the sky gem. But I do get the lore that we used all of the gems to transform into Hypersonic, so it does make sense that we are able to use all the gems simultaneously. Because I'm a P-06 head and would definitely prefer if I could still switch the gems, I do see the merit in having all of the gems available at the same time, especially for folks who aren't as good as gem swapping as I am. Now, of course, normally, like I said, you are going to drain 2 rings a second, and the other main feature of Supersonic we are going to see when we get to Mach speed, and I'll talk about it there. He is so shiny, yeah. It's kind of funny, too, because if you've been around P-06 for a while, Beats, if you know who Beats is, he is like the main developer of the mod loader and just does a bunch of stuff with Unity in general, he actually created his own Hypersonic mod, which was just a model swap with Supersonic, and I really liked how the colors, they like faded in. It was almost like a wave of different color. I don't have a video or anything on it because it was like, he made that mod pre the mod loader being released. But it was really cool looking. I wonder, there might be a photo somewhere that I'll show at some points. But Hypersonic's second ability is that, well, I guess it depends on the specific object, but he has the ability to phase right through objects. I don't even know. Maybe he'll phase through trees and stuff like that. This ability is really cool, and I've already talked to Avalon about it because they were here the last time I showcased this. Is that when it comes to this hyper dash, wait, can you really just not? Okay. I guess you just can't phase through things in Wave Ocean's Mach speed. I don't know. The thing is, on the Game Banana, that's what I'm thinking of. On the Game Banana, it says he can just like go through objects. Let me read. Sonic can teleport through solid objects when running into them, consuming 30 rings. I'm assuming it just depends on what the object is, but I'm going to do a quick BRB, so that way I can be Hypersonic and Mach speed again. All right, welcome back. I turned the jiggle bones back on, not that that really matters for the super and hyper form, but here we are again, doing my best to try to showcase this hyper dash. I can showcase it better in Kingdom Valley. I guess, the Hypersonic dash, It's not very clear to me which objects it's done on. It's cool that it's given an ability, and we'll see it more in Kingdom Valley, but my main critique for it is that the Hyper Dash consumes 30 rings. Hypersonic already loses 2 rings a second, and if you're going super fast in the Mach speed section, you're just gonna run into a lot of stuff. Yeah, I guess in Wave Ocean, you just break everything, and the trees are too solid for Sonic to dash through. So we'll see the ability more in Kingdom Valley, but I don't like the fact that it's a passive ability and drains a bunch of rings, is more what I was saying. But I'd already talked to Avalon about it, and I don't know, maybe if there's an update to the mod or something like that, he'll make it to where, because obviously you can't use the gems, so all of the buttons are available again, to where you could hold something like right bumper or right trigger and activate it to phase through objects. But like I said, we'll be seeing that in Kingdom Valley. And since we're here, I should probably ask chat, how many likes do you guys think this video should get in order to do a full hypersonic run of P-06? What are we thinking? Oh, I also want to say that because this is an assembly mod, you can't use it with Super Shadow yet. But one of the creators of the Super Shadow mod, Murray the Human, as well as one of the 1,400 likes? Okay. Damn. He said he is working with Avalon to see if they can combine the Hypersonic and Super Shadow mod into one giant assembly. So, yippee. Can we get 1 million likes? Smash that like button. Who cares if you actually like the content? Just do it because I told you. Because you told me to. No, come back. Now, normally I would use Hypersonic here in Silver section, but again, because all of the gem combos take up the button combinations, I can't use the character swap mod. Or else it'll break things. How do I do this? I don't remember. 111.75. See, 1,400, I really like that.
0.1 likes.
Well, that's literally impossible, because likes are only natural numbers. But thank you, Game Ninja, for the 250 bits. You know what? For the 250 bits, we'll make it that. 250 likes on this video, and I'll do a full Hypersonic playthrough of P-06. Maybe just Sonic and Shadow's story, because with Silver's story, we obviously can't, like... I'm gonna have to figure out how to change characters. Because the character swap mod button bind is now not available because of Hypersonic. We'll do 250 likes because it might just end up being Sonic's story. I don't want to ask for too much if I can't do the full game.
Looks like I got to beat them first.
250 is the benchmark. I guess I should probably, like, I kind of just went into speedrun mode here, so maybe use some of Hypersonic's abilities. So, a cool thing is that, the level of all of the gems' abilities is tied to the rainbow gem, obviously because you still can't switch between gems. So I think that's kind of cool. That it's like, alright, we don't have to worry about what, level what gem is at, we can just use all of them. Character Swapper does have keyboard controls in the sense that, I probably, with the updated light arrow attack, I probably could have done it from back there. Yeah, look at that. Castle skip pog. Woo! I'm just kind of worried, because I feel like if I just, like, overuse the abilities, I'm just gonna fall into a pit or whatever. A cool thing, though, is that because the red gem and yellow gem are more toggleables, you can use the up on the D-pad and down on the D-pad to activate them, which is neat. Getting some of the retail yellow gem functionality where you can activate it and then switch to other gems, because it's just a regular shield in that one. Also, what's up, Chaos? But anyway, to answer your question, the character swapper has keyboard controls, but they are connected to the controller controls. They're not separated, so it wouldn't work, and we can't use extended. There's the hyper dash. It's a cool sound effect, but if you're not cheating and using... All right. Oh my god, BRB. Okay, real quickly before we head into the Mach Speed section, on my way back, I noticed that the spin kick trail is rainbow, which is really fun. That's a nice detail. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the aura effect, but whatever. So anytime I try to perform this hyper dash, I guess I'm going to... I do remember from the last time I tried to showcase this mod that you cannot phase through these pillars. It seems very random. I don't know if there's like a science or a pattern to what you can phase through and what you can't. But it's a neat idea nonetheless. Sonic's fur is meant to be white, would be my guess. It's just there are blue effects, so. Don't clip. Nice. All right, we didn't clip through the floor. We made it. Okay, short little showcase. Remember, 250 likes if you want to see an entire Sonic campaign. If I can figure out a way to do the rest of the campaigns, I will. But thanks to Avalon for making this mod. Glad to be able to showcase it. Yes, there is a Hypersonic mod for Sonic P-06, so you can quit telling me in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.